In 2012, I took a trip to India in order to take my final vows as a sannyasin at Belur Math outside of Kolkata. I was there for 6 months, studying after I took my vows and doing some traveling around. And every day I would take a walk, and my express goal on that walk was to find beautiful things to take pictures of, uh, to really learn to see the beauty of India, to look past a lot of the things that a lot of Westerners see when they first get there, and to see just the unique, the varied, the lively, the colorful expressions that are everywhere. I would sometimes go with some of my companions, as you can see here. We're walking through a neighborhood just south of Belur Math. It's a Muslim neighborhood. And as sannyasins, we walked through perfectly peacefully, just enjoying the afternoon. And again, it really brings out the colors. So I call this collection the Kolors of Kolkata. At Belur Math during Ramakrishna's birthday, they hand out clothing to all of the itinerant monks that come to pay their respects. Outside the gates, I used to stop here and get what I would call Indian nachos every day. Just fantastic. The old man was such a delight. This is in a neighborhood just north. You can see how we have a banyan tree engulfing an old building. It was really spectacular to me. One of my favorite things about India was that time is recorded everywhere. It was a stark contrast to what I see here when I walk through most neighborhoods, that everything has a fresh coat of paint, everything, looks like it was just put up yesterday. There's no story to it most of the time. You can find places, but it's usually poverty that creates story when you walk here. In India, yes, the poverty's there, but everything has its story, everything has its marks of time. And it's much more, the effect is really finding your place, seeing your part in the story, where you are. When I would walk and I would see the kids out playing, one of my favorite things in India were the children, just so open faced, so sweet. The people in their eyes in general were so alive, so present. They didn't have a look of just weariness or just overstimulation or just like they had to be somewhere else. There was much more of a presence, I felt, much more of a being. Always a ready smile from strangers toward me. And I really enjoyed that I could stop and talk to almost anybody. I would always carry in my pocket a bunch of candies or some stickers or some little tchotchkes that I had purchased in the United States to bring with me to give away to the kids. They were always so happy about it. But you would stumble on beautiful things like this when you turned a corner. Look at those textures and those colors and just how everything is perfect as it is. I mean, you could coat that in white paint if you wanted, but look what you would lose. This is a wealthier neighborhood with bright colors like flowers. Everything has that tropical brightness to it. Even the food market. Here, this young lady holding her father's stall for him, selling the vegetables. Again, you're going to see a lot of pictures of doors and windows. I did a little bit of a series where I just became fascinated with the doors and the windows and really how they presented themselves to me. This little tree looks like a bonsai tree in a little alleyway. These two mischievous men, I love them. Just again, just sitting there, but there's a story pops into your mind immediately with everything that you're encountered with. Such a mystery and investigation I found everywhere, all the time. Such strange forms of aesthetic perfection, aesthetic beauty to me. The contours again, that the way that entire building was swallowed up in a banyan tree. Here, that would have been torn down ages ago, gone. But there, it's just an echo. The kids playing in the street. You see life in the street in Calcutta everywhere. Playing cards, sleeping, working, being lazy, being industrious. Everything's happening. People taking a bath at the fire hydrant. Ladies doing laundry in the curbside runoff. Restaurants washing dishes in a bucket. Just life happening right there in front of you all the time, everywhere. The noises, the smells, the bustle of life is just intoxicating when you're there. And then the Victoria Memorial in Kolkata. I used to tease my Indian friends that the best kept place in all of India was the memorial to Queen Victoria, which was such an irony. Here's a celebration. I snuck out of the monastery with my friend Dhyana Yogananda one night to just go out and hear the music and see the celebration of one of the holy days there. Temples everywhere, little shrines everywhere. Devotion and spiritual life are just part and parcel of the culture. There's not a distinction between religion and secular life. There's no such thing. It's just life. Everything together, everyone together. It's quite an amazing place to go and see and to experience, and not to let the apparent or easy judgments to ruin such a beautiful experience, but to learn to look with the heart, to learn to look with the eye of beauty and respect and joy. These kids that I met at that celebration, after giving them all a piece of candy, they saw my camera and they wanted me to take their picture. I didn't ask them, they asked me. And this young boy, I told him he could have anything he wanted in the candy store. And he's looking at me, not quite sure. You really, really for sure? Again, the colors, the story, just presented to you right there. So many details in that picture. Here's the orders symbol, the seal of the order, done out of flower petals and just beautiful. At Belurmat, getting ready to feed thousands of pilgrims with prasad from the temple, the plates all stacked and ready. And this young man, what a young man, came up to me, a total stranger, wanted to have an English conversation so he could practice. And my taxi ride. Look at this taxi slash shrine. This is what karma yoga is. This man had turned his taxi cab literally into a temple, just full of devotion and flowers and sandal paste and deities. Just a wonder. At the park at Victoria Memorial, these girls doing a henna design, absolutely beautiful. I got their permission to take that picture. And then, of course, Belurmat, one of the holiest places in the world to me. The temple to the God of all religions, that beautiful unity. And my brothers, the monks there at Belurmat for our picture. I'm in there somewhere if you want to freeze it and find me. I'm not too hard to pick out, actually. Anyway, that was my trip for Sannyasa in 2012. I've got many more pictures I'll show over the coming weeks. Have a great day, and always see the beautiful.